I'm Rob Skinner, and this is the Rob Skinner Podcast. Today I'm talking about the faith fail that cost me $50,000. All this and more on the Rob Skinner Podcast. Welcome back to the Rob Skinner Podcast. My goal is to inspire you to live a no-regrets life, make this life count, and multiply disciples, leaders, and churches. Today, I'm talking again about some of my faith fails, and this is a big one. This was hard to even bring up, but I'm going to go ahead and share it anyway. This is my $50,000 faith fail. Back when I was leading a church in Tucson, there was an investment vehicle that was going around, and many of the brothers were getting involved in it. People were talking about it, and it was incredible. I mean, people were getting amazing returns. I mean, kind of like, whoa, how come that much? And it so much so that it made me kind of suspicious, like that doesn't sound normal. That doesn't sound right. But the guys who were getting involved were like really stand-up guys. They weren't noobs. They weren't baby Christians. In fact, some of them were super conservative financially, very frugal, very careful with their money. And so anyway, I just watched. I waited. I was like, no, I'm not going to get involved. I'm going to just, see what happens. And they just kept sharing, oh man, this is incredible. Rob, you got to get in here. And I just thought, this can't be real, can it? But I was like, wow, I'm just making me nervous. But finally, after enough time passed, it seemed like a year or 2 years passed by where these guys were just doing great financially. I thought, okay, I'm going to look into it. And so everyone trusted this guy who was providing this investment vehicle. This guy talked openly about his faith. He wasn't a member of the church, but he was a self-professed Christian. He talked about his faith and God and all those types of things. And everyone who was dealing with him really liked him, just thought this guy's a real stand-up guy. And he was a man who was building and developing senior care facilities, and he had them all over the Tucson area. And so, I was skeptical, but after seeing so many friends getting involved and succeeding, I finally thought, okay, maybe this is a blessing. Maybe this is something that God's given us to really take advantage with. And so I met with him. He toured me through his properties. He said all the right spiritual things. He sounded sincere. He had the backing of many people in the church. He looked trustworthy. And so I invested $50,000. And I know it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money, still is a lot of money. A week later, I called him. No response. Didn't call me back. Texted him. Ghosted me. No texting. I was the last one to invest money. I mean, after that, he went belly up. I lost everything. I mean, it's $50,000 gone. Proverbs 27 verse 12 says this: the prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. I can honestly say I paid the penalty. I paid the penalty because I ignored my God-given discernment, that intuition that the Spirit gives you. I sensed this had to be too good to be true, and guess what? It was. And here's what I learned, and maybe you need this today too. I don't know. Number one, don't override spiritual discernment just because everyone else is getting excited. I had a sense like, boy, this really isn't right. Maybe something's going on. Should have listened to that no matter what. Really should have paid attention to it. Number two, don't confuse spirituality with integrity. You need to verify before you trust. I mean, this guy was a quote unquote Christian, but guess what? He took everyone's money. The amazing thing was, and the sad thing was, I wasn't the one who lost the most money. I had friends that lost way more than I did, and they just took it. And it's like, oh my gosh, this guy didn't have integrity. He wasn't honest. And there are many wolves in sheep's clothing, and it's dangerous. So be careful. And third, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. That's a really important lesson. God gives warnings long before the crash. Listen to him, trust him, and don't let pressure, either spiritual pressure or financial pressure, talk you out of the wisdom God has placed in your heart through the power of the Spirit. Faith fails. This is my faith fail. I'm just sharing it with you today, hoping that you will make a decision to follow God, not the crowd. That was my $50,000 faith fail. I'm just letting you know exactly what happened. Don't repeat it. Don't follow in my footsteps. Thanks for listening today. My goal is to inspire you to live a no-regrets life, make this life count, and multiply disciples, leaders, and churches. Hope you're enjoying the program. And if you are, I really want to ask you, please let people know. Just take this link, share it with somebody else, subscribe, spread the word. Read one of my books. I've got a new book out called The 10X Christian. I hope you listen to it or read it. It's a really, really excellent book on spiritual growth and how to return to Jesus 10 times what we gave him. Finally, I just want to say thank you again for listening or watching the Rob Skinner podcast. Have a great day and make this life count.